Okay, to record my golf swing on my iPhone 13, first I went to Settings and then Camera. There were two main options, Record Video and Record Slow-Mo. I decided to record 6 different swing combinations. Now 4K gives greater resolution compared to 1080p, but 4K uses more storage space. You can also record your swing speeds at 30, 60, 120 or 240 frames per second. 120 or 240 frames per second uses more storage space. You can also change the frames per second and resolution settings by tapping on the lower left camera screen. That way you don't have to go to your settings part of your phone every time. On the right side of the camera screen, I switch to slow-mo. On the left lower screen, I can use either 120 or 240 frames per second. I prefer to use a tripod with my iPhone in landscape position. I record a down-the-line view and a face view at hip-high level. On the left side of the screen, I use the crop function to resize the video. And at the bottom of the video, I'm using the trim function to make the video shorter. And I'll usually shorten it up both at the start of the swing and at the end of the swing. Now, if you click on the letter I on a video, it'll give you the information about the video. And here I'm doing 30 frames per second, 1080p, which is pretty much regular speed. Now here's 1080p at 60 frames per second, and this will be a little bit faster frames per second. And then in the third example, we have 30 frames per second, and we've switched over to 4K, which will give you a little bit better resolution. So if you stop the video, you might be able to see things a little bit better. Here's 4K at 60 frames per second. Again, it's going to be using up a little more memory, but you'll get a little bit better picture with this. Now here you'll be able to see a big difference. This is the slow motion, 120 frames per second, 1080p. And notice on this one that it's a sunny day, and it does help to shoot in the sun because there'll be less blur. My lining up wasn't the best as far as the camera goes because I lost the club at the top of the swing. So try to set up your camera so it'll catch the club at the top of the backswing. And here's that last combination. This is 1080p. It's supposed to be 240 frames per second, although it reads out as 202 frames per second. And again, this is going to give you a pretty slow motion swing. You'll be able to stop it on your iPad or iPhone. Look at the detail. You should be able to see it. It's very smooth. It's not jerky at all. And really a very nice picture, although it does take up more memory. So in summary, I would probably use the regular video mode at 30 or 60 frames per second with 1080p for regular use. And if I wanted slow motion video, I would use maybe the 120 frames per second and the 1080p. So this is Stephen Vig in San Antonio. Thanks for watching, and have fun golfing.